The heart of the matter: understanding organizational behavior. Organizational behavior, often called OB, is a field of study. It looks at how people behave within organizations. It also explores how their behavior impacts the organization itself. Think of it as understanding the human side of work. Why do people do what they do in a work setting? How do they interact with each other? How do their actions, attitudes, and performance affect the company's goals? OB tries to answer these important questions. It draws from psychology, sociology, and anthropology to provide insights and tools to make workplaces better for everyone. The significance of understanding organizational behavior cannot be overstated. When leaders and employees grasp the principles of OB, the entire organization benefits. It helps us predict how people might react in certain situations. It allows us to explain why things happen the way they do. Most importantly, it gives us the power to influence behavior in a positive direction. This leads to improved job satisfaction, better teamwork, and higher productivity. Ultimately, a strong understanding of OB is a cornerstone of building a successful and sustainable organization where people feel valued and engaged in their work. Imagine an organization where people feel disconnected or misunderstood. This often leads to low morale and poor performance. Now, picture an organization where people feel seen, heard, and motivated. This is where OB comes into play. It provides a framework for creating such environments. By studying individual behavior, group dynamics, and organizational structures, we can identify and address issues that hinder progress. We can also discover and amplify the factors that contribute to a thriving workplace culture. This focus on human elements is crucial for long-term success. Ultimately, organizational behavior matters because people matter. Organizations are, at their core, collections of people working towards common goals. If we don't understand the people, we can't truly understand the organization. OB provides the lens through which we can see the intricate web of interactions, motivations, and perceptions that drive an organization forward or hold it back. It's about creating environments where people can do their best work, not because they have to, but because they want to. This is the true power and purpose of studying organizational behavior. Modern management guiding teams in a changing world. Management has always been about getting things done through people. Traditionally, managers were often seen as bosses. Their role was to command and control. They made decisions, gave orders, and expected obedience. The workplace was often hierarchical, with clear lines of authority. The manager knew best, and the employees were there to execute the plans. This approach worked in certain stable environments for a time. However, the world of work has changed dramatically, and so has the role of the manager. Today, managers need a different set of skills and a different mindset to succeed. The basic characteristics of management still include planning, organizing, leading, and controlling. These are the fundamental functions. Planning involves setting goals and defining how to achieve them. Organizing is about arranging resources, including people, to accomplish the plan. Leading means motivating and influencing employees to work towards the organization's objectives. Controlling involves monitoring performance and making necessary adjustments. While these functions remain, the way modern managers approach them has evolved significantly. The emphasis has shifted from rigid control to fostering collaboration and empowerment within their teams. Modern managers are increasingly becoming coaches, mentors, and facilitators. Their role is less about dictating terms and more about guiding and supporting their teams. They empower employees to take ownership of their work. They foster an environment of trust and open communication. Instead of simply providing answers, they ask questions that encourage critical thinking and problem solving. This shift recognizes that the collective intelligence of the team is often greater than that of any single individual. The modern manager focuses on developing their people and helping them reach their full potential, which benefits everyone. This evolving role demands a new set of competencies. Adaptability is key in a world of constant change. Modern managers must be flexible and able to navigate uncertainty. Strong communication skills are essential for building relationships and ensuring clarity. Collaboration is also vital as work increasingly involves cross-functional teams and complex projects. The manager's job is to create a supportive ecosystem where people feel safe to innovate, learn from mistakes, and contribute their unique talents. This approach builds resilient and high-performing teams ready to face today's challenges. Unlocking drive, what makes people want to perform. Understanding what motivates people is crucial for effective management. Several theories offer valuable insights. One of the most well-known is Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Abraham Maslow proposed that people are motivated by a series of needs, arranged in a hierarchy. At the bottom are physiological needs like food and shelter. Then come safety needs, followed by social needs for belonging and love. Next are esteem needs for respect and recognition. Finally, at the top is self-actualization, the desire to reach one's full potential. Managers can use this by ensuring basic needs are met and then creating opportunities for growth and fulfillment. Another influential theory is Frederick Herzberg's two-factor theory. Herzberg distinguished between hygiene factors and motivators. Hygiene factors like salary, working conditions, and job security don't necessarily motivate people, but their absence can cause dissatisfaction. Think of them as essentials for a baseline level of contentment. Motivators, on the other hand, are intrinsic to the job itself. These include achievement, recognition, responsibility, and opportunities for growth. These are the factors that truly inspire employees to perform better and feel engaged. Managers should focus on enriching jobs to include these motivating elements. Douglas McGregor's Theory X and Theory Y offer two contrasting sets of assumptions about human nature at work. Theory X assumes that employees inherently dislike work, are lazy, and need to be coerced and controlled. Managers who subscribe to Theory X tend to use an authoritarian style. In contrast, Theory Y assumes that employees can view work as natural and enjoyable. It suggests people are capable of self-direction and seek responsibility. Managers who adopt Theory Y are more likely to use a participative and empowering style. McGregor argued that Theory Y assumptions lead to better results and more motivated employees. These motivational theories have profound implications for managing people. They remind us that motivation is complex and multifaceted. There is no one-size-fits-all approach. Effective managers strive to understand the individual needs and drivers of their team members. They work to create a work environment that not only prevents dissatisfaction but actively fosters engagement and commitment. By applying these principles, managers can unlock the inherent drive within their people, leading to greater job satisfaction, improved performance, and a more positive organizational culture, where individuals can truly thrive and contribute their best. The human connection, emotional intelligence in leadership. Emotional intelligence, often referred to as EI or EQ, is the ability to understand and manage your own emotions. It also involves understanding and influencing the emotions of others. It's about being smart with feelings. Daniel Goleman, a key figure in popularizing EI, identified several core components. These include self-awareness, which is knowing your own emotions, strengths, and weaknesses. Self-regulation is the ability to control your impulses and manage your emotional responses. Social awareness involves empathy, understanding others' perspectives and feelings. Finally, relationship management is about building rapport and inspiring others. These skills are vital for anyone in a leadership role. For managers, emotional intelligence is not just a nice-to-have, it's a fundamental requirement for success. Managers with high EI are better equipped to navigate the complexities of human interactions within a team. They can build stronger relationships based on trust and mutual respect. They are more adept at resolving conflicts constructively because they can understand the underlying emotions involved. Furthermore, emotionally intelligent managers are better at motivating their teams. They can sense the mood of their team members and respond appropriately, providing support or encouragement when needed, fostering a more positive and productive environment. Consider the impact of a manager who lacks emotional intelligence. They might be unaware of their own impact on others, perhaps coming across as abrasive or insensitive. They might struggle to understand why team members are disengaged or frustrated. This can lead to poor team morale, high turnover, and reduced productivity. Conversely, a manager with strong EI can create a psychologically safe space. Team members feel comfortable expressing their ideas and concerns. This open communication fosters innovation and helps in identifying and addressing problems before they escalate, leading to a more cohesive and effective team. Developing emotional intelligence is an ongoing process. It starts with self-reflection and a willingness to understand oneself better. Managers can seek feedback on how their behavior affects others. They can practice active listening to improve their empathy. Learning stress management techniques can enhance self-regulation. By consciously working on these areas, managers can significantly improve their EI. The result is not just better leadership, but also stronger, more resilient teams capable of achieving great things together because they feel understood, supported, and genuinely connected to their leader and their work. Section 5. Building blocks, designing effective organizational structures. How an organization is structured significantly impacts how it functions and how its people behave. Organizational design involves making decisions about how jobs are divided and coordinated. There are 5 key structural factors that managers must consider. The first is the division of labor, also known as work specialization. This refers to the degree to which tasks in an organization are subdivided into separate jobs. High specialization can lead to efficiency as employees become experts in their specific tasks. However, it can also lead to boredom and lack of flexibility if not managed carefully. The second factor is departmentalization. Once jobs are divided, they need to be grouped together so common tasks can be coordinated. Organizations can departmentalize in various ways. Functional departmentalization groups jobs by functions performed, like marketing or finance. Product departmentalization groups jobs by product line. Geographic departmentalization is based on territory or region. Customer departmentalization groups jobs based on the type of customer served. Process departmentalization groups jobs based on product or customer flow. The choice depends on the organization's strategy and goals, aiming for logical and efficient groupings. Managerial hierarchy, or the chain of command, is the third structural factor. This defines the lines of authority within an organization, showing who reports to whom. It clarifies decision-making paths and ensures accountability. A clear hierarchy can provide stability and order. However, very tall hierarchies with many layers can slow down communication and decision-making. Modern organizations often try to flatten their hierarchies to become more agile and responsive. The goal is to have a clear structure without creating unnecessary bureaucracy that stifles initiative and quick action. The fourth factor is the span of control. This refers to the number of employees a manager can effectively and efficiently supervise. A narrow span of control means a manager supervises few employees, leading to closer supervision but more layers of management. A wide span of control means a manager supervises many employees, which can lead to more autonomy for employees but potentially less direct support. The optimal span depends on factors like the complexity of tasks and the skills of both managers and employees. This decision directly influences the number of managers and levels an organization has. Finally, centralization versus decentralization refers to where decision-making authority lies. In a centralized organization, top management makes most of the key decisions. This can ensure consistency and control. In a decentralized organization, decision-making is pushed down to lower-level managers or even employees. This can lead to faster decisions and increased employee empowerment and motivation. Many organizations today are moving towards greater decentralization to improve responsiveness and tap into the knowledge of those closest to the work. Section 6. Structure in action, mechanistic versus organic approaches. Organizations can be broadly categorized into 2 main structural forms, mechanistic and organic. A mechanistic structure is like a well-oiled machine. It is characterized by high specialization where tasks are broken down into simple repetitive jobs. Departmentalization is often rigid and functional. There is a clear and formal chain of command with authority centralized at the top. Spans of control are typically narrow, meaning managers closely supervise a small number of employees. Communication flows mainly downwards and rules and procedures are highly formalized. This structure aims for efficiency and predictability. Mechanistic structures tend to work best in stable and predictable environments. Think of traditional manufacturing companies or large government agencies. The emphasis on rules, procedures, and hierarchy helps ensure consistency and control, which can be beneficial when tasks are routine and efficiency is paramount. Employees in such structures have clearly defined roles and responsibilities. However, this rigidity can also be a drawback. Mechanistic organizations can be slow to adapt to change. Innovation may be stifled, and employees might feel disempowered or restricted by the tight controls and lack of autonomy in their daily work. In contrast, an organic structure is much more fluid and flexible. It resembles a living organism capable of adapting to its environment. These structures feature cross-functional teams and low formalization. Information flows more freely in all directions, not just top-down. Decision-making is often decentralized, with employees at lower levels empowered to make choices. Spans of control are wider and there's less direct supervision. The emphasis is on collaboration, adaptability and innovation. This structure is designed to cope with uncertainty and rapid change effectively and efficiently. Organic structures are well suited for dynamic and complex environments, such as technology companies or research and development firms. The flexibility allows them to respond quickly to new challenges and opportunities. Employees often experience greater job satisfaction and a sense of ownership due to increased autonomy and involvement in decision-making. However, organic structures can sometimes suffer from a lack of clarity in roles and responsibilities. The loose structure might lead to inefficiencies if not managed properly. The key is to choose the structure that best aligns with the organization's strategy, environment, and goals, balancing control with flexibility. Section 7, beyond the chart. The power of informal organizations. Alongside the formal organizational structure with its defined roles and reporting lines exists an informal organization. This is the network of personal and social relationships that arise spontaneously as people interact. It includes friendships, social groups, and the grapevine, the informal communication channel. The informal organization doesn't appear on any official chart, but it significantly influences behavior and performance within the workplace. Understanding and acknowledging its presence is crucial for any manager aiming to lead effectively and foster a positive work environment for their teams. Informal organizations emerge naturally because people are social beings. We seek connections, support, and information from our colleagues. These networks serve several important functions. They can facilitate communication, sometimes spreading information faster than formal channels. They provide social support and a sense of belonging, which can boost morale and job satisfaction. Informal groups can also help in problem solving, as employees share knowledge and experience outside of formal meetings. They can even help new employees integrate into the company culture more quickly by providing guidance and social connections. However, informal organizations also have potential drawbacks. The grapevine, for instance, can spread rumors and misinformation, leading to anxiety and mistrust if not managed carefully. Informal groups can sometimes develop norms that conflict with organizational goals, leading to resistance to change or reduced productivity. Cliques might form, leading to exclusion and division within teams. Managers need to be aware of these potential downsides and work to ensure the informal organization operates in a way that supports, rather than undermines, the formal objectives of the company and the well-being of all employees. Effective managers don't try to eliminate the informal organization. Instead, they try to understand and work with it. They can tap into informal leaders for insights and to help champion change. By fostering open communication and transparency, managers can ensure the grapevine carries accurate information. Building trust and positive relationships can help align informal group norms with organizational goals. Recognizing the power of these social networks allows managers to leverage them for better collaboration, improved morale, and a more cohesive and supportive work environment for everyone involved in the daily operations. Section 8, starting fresh reengineering for a new era of effectiveness. Business process reengineering, or BPR, is a management approach that advocates for radical change. It's not about making small improvements here and there. Instead, reengineering involves fundamentally rethinking and radically redesigning core business processes. The goal is to achieve dramatic improvements in critical measures of performance. These measures often include cost, quality, service, and speed. The core idea is to start with a clean slate, asking if we were to create this process from scratch today, how would we do it? This often leads to a complete overhaul of how work gets done. The implications of re-engineering for an organization can be profound and far-reaching. It often leads to significant changes in organizational structure. Old job titles and departments might disappear, replaced by process-oriented teams. Work becomes more customer-focused, with processes designed to deliver value directly to the end user. Technology often plays a crucial role in enabling new, more efficient ways of working. Re-engineering can break down functional silos, encouraging cross-functional collaboration and a more holistic view of the business operations among all employees who are part of the redesigned process. However, re-engineering is not without its challenges. Because it involves such drastic change, it can create anxiety and resistance among employees. People may fear losing their jobs or being unable to adapt to new roles and responsibilities. Effective communication, strong leadership, and employee involvement are critical for successful re-engineering efforts. It requires a significant investment of time and resources. If not managed carefully, re-engineering projects can fail to deliver the expected results, sometimes even leading to disruptions in operations or a decline in morale if the human element is overlooked during the transition. Despite the difficulties, the potential benefits of successful re-engineering can be substantial. Organizations can achieve significant cost reductions, massive improvements in speed and service quality, and greater customer satisfaction. It can help companies become more agile and competitive in a rapidly changing marketplace. Re-engineering forces organizations to critically examine their existing ways of doing things and to innovate. When done well, with a clear vision and a focus on both processes and people, it can revitalize an organization and set it on a path to sustained high performance and long-term success in its industry. Section 9 to the ongoing quest fostering thriving workplaces. Understanding organizational behavior is not a one-time task, it's an ongoing journey. The principles we've discussed, from motivation theories to structural design and emotional intelligence, provide a powerful toolkit. They help us make sense of the complex human dynamics that unfold in every workplace every single day. The goal is to create environments where people feel valued, understood, and empowered to contribute their best. This is not just good for people, it's fundamental to building truly successful and resilient organizations that can stand the test of time. The world of work is constantly evolving. New technologies emerge, societal expectations shift, and global interconnectedness brings new challenges and opportunities. Therefore, our understanding of organizational behavior must also adapt. What worked yesterday might not work tomorrow. Managers and leaders must remain curious and committed to learning. They need to continuously observe, listen, and adjust their approaches to meet the changing needs of their employees and the organization. This adaptability is a hallmark of effective leadership in the 21st century, ensuring continued growth and relevance. Applying these concepts requires more than just intellectual understanding. It demands empathy, courage, and a genuine desire to see others succeed. It means recognizing that every individual is unique, with their own motivations, strengths, and perspectives. It's about building trust, fostering open communication, and creating a culture where it's safe to take risks and learn from mistakes. When leaders commit to these ideals, they unlock the collective potential of their teams. This creates a positive feedback loop where engagement leads to better performance, which in turn reinforces a positive culture. Ultimately, the study and application of organizational behavior are about fostering workplaces where both the organization and its people can thrive. It's about recognizing that when employees are engaged, motivated, and well supported, they drive innovation, deliver exceptional results, and create lasting value. The quest to understand and positively influence behavior in organizations is a noble one. It's a commitment to building better businesses and, in doing so, contributing to a better working world for everyone. This continuous effort is what leads to sustainable success and meaningful work.